Mad Wolf here, Arctic Vixen, who you guys don't really even get to see that much anymore because she doesn't do her face cam thing when she's on Twitch.
Well, the reason I don't is because I've kind of been told I look too serious when I'm concentrating, and I figured people don't want to see that.
You know what? Maybe that's a good point to even say, because the thing with this is we just saw, well, we've been watching ProJared quite a bit lately, and we came across his video that, you know, you've been lied to. And when I first heard the quote controversy behind ProJared, it was a few months ago. It was on my Facebook. It was from someone who, I don't really hate him, but he keeps posting things that aren't funny. Some of them are blatantly offensive, and I've even had to delete him because I'm like, you know what? I posted it on Twitter or Facebook. The next time I see something political or some stupid joke or some insult that your guys are just going to be like, oh, but it's a joke, so it's funny, you're deleted. I don't want to see it anymore because it's just drama and it's insulting and it's offensive, and I'm like, I'm done with it.
And all it's doing is stirring up even more trouble.
Well, that's just it. Is so I first came across the stuff about ProJared, I want to say April or May. I don't remember, because honestly, my attitude, yes, I am drinking. I'm 31 years old. Arctic is turning 34. So we're well above the limit. No, I'm not going to show you my ID. My facial hair and the scars from my former piercings, plus my tattoos, should be evident of, you know, how... I was going to say, you don't have to show your tattoo.
No, I was just trying to set up better.
You know, should be evident of, hey, we're old enough.
I'm surprised at this point I haven't had gray hairs.
You've had a few. It's just when you have one or two, you don't notice it. I have gray hairs, but because I have dirty blonde hair, it just blends in.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, we watched the ProJared You've Been Lied To video. I came across this controversy months ago, and my attitude was just, this sucks. Thank you for sharing this to me, because this sucks. And now I'm kind of in question about this guy because I wasn't there. You weren't there. You know, she wasn't there. Super Mario wasn't there. Me trying to make a bad joke again. Ha ha ha. But yeah, so, you know, it looks like he's finally re-emerging, and he's trying to clear the air. He's even admitted things that he's done.
Which, you know, he could have lied, but he chose to...
It seems as though he's coming to light with a lot of things, and honestly, yes, there is two sides to every story. I personally do believe him. Arktik and I believe... Arktik believes him too. I've only had the one beer, do not judge me, I'm not slurring my words. But yeah, Arktik believes him too, I believe him. And the reason why is because every time I come across this, yeah, there's either stuff missing or stuff edited out, and, you know, the issue going on with his wife, that, you know, that's between him and his ex-wife or present wife or however that's going on, and it's very unfortunate. You know, I mean,
but that's between them.
Well, that's what I just said.
Yeah, no, I was just saying that.
Her and I get in fights all the time, not like fist fights, but, you know, arguments, and that's just something couples do. And I mean, sometimes it gets bad, sometimes, I mean, my dad split. You know, the DA hunted him down for getting a minor pregnant, for crying out loud. Yeah, so honestly, I believe, well, I shouldn't say that. I guess I should. When you're a 14-year-old boy, and you break into your dad's computer, and you're going through puberty, and your mom's not around, no one wants that, your siblings aren't hanging out with you, yeah, you're gonna find out some bad things on the internet. No one saw pictures of me or anything, but yeah. So I discovered some websites that minors should not be seeing when I was a minor, and so I know, it's very easy to just hit a yes button or a no button or something stupid like that, and I think Jared's made some choices that's bitten him in the ass, and by all means, yes, he has made mistakes, but he is human. We're all human. You've made mistakes. She's made mistakes. It's called marrying me.
I would not consider that a mistake.
She actually, okay, honestly, I would say I'm more human than she is, because she's still a child at heart, and
which a lot of people...
I've shown her things, and I've drawn things, and believe me, I am not a hentai artist by any means. I've tried it. It sucks. I don't like it. I don't like the emotion and stuff like that. So I'm like, no, I'll just do nice pinup pictures, sexy pinup pictures, but not nude ones. But they still embarrass the crap out of her. Seeing pose references embarrasses the crap out of her. She's older than me too. Keep that in mind. So.
Which, yeah, a lot of people have an issue with
My point is just, we're all human. We all make mistakes. We all learn from the mistakes. And it's how we accept or not accept people that really kind of help define who we are, I guess. But we all have things that it's pretty late. It's almost midnight here. We've all done things that we're not proud of, some of us more than other ones, and I think it's bitten him in the ass. In a way, I feel it's unfair, because it does seem like his word versus other people's word, and he is coming to light about, hey, this is what I have done, but there's nothing to suggest the contrary. I'm not trying to make this about me, but a similar circumstance kind of came up with me, because there were these kids I played Friday the 13th with, and I had fun. It wasn't lewd or anything, but yeah, we were just playing Friday the 13th, having a good time. Things got sour when we started playing Dead by Daylight, because I can't stand that game, and things got even more sour with a Overwatch player going by Danny, and and I kind of brought her into the group, but yeah, things went sour when they told me to buy this game, and I'm like, fine, I'll play it. You talk me into it, I'll buy it, and I'll play it with you guys. And it crashed my computer, and there were some other events, like, I caught them red-handed talking shit about me, and it was downright offensive, and, catching them red-handed, they did not want to say anything. They didn't want to act like adults, using the internet, being unsupervised by adults. They just wanted, and I basically washed my hands of them. I'm like, this is fucking bullshit. I can't stand this. So I washed my hands with them. Before that, there was an incident where I was kind of losing someone I looked up to as a friend / art mentor, and she went by the name of Madeline Inc. I don't know, I walked away from that because some of her people on Twitch were just being rude to Arktik and I. I admit that I talked about our streams. I've never seen any community that is very, oh no, it's only about us. You know, I've never seen anything. Usually communities are like helpful towards everyone else, and it's not about, oh, you're only here to be a member of the audience and pay me money. So, you know, I've never seen that. And, you know, she kind of downplayed the whole donation thing. Oh, you don't have to do this, but if you did, you become part of a raffle to get art done. I just wanted to help her out and stuff, but there were mods there being douchebags and stuff like that. Anyway, so I was afraid I was losing that friendship, which I did. One of the kids shot his mouth off and was acting like a rude asshole, and I flat out said, dude, if you did that crap in person, people would probably break your goddamn jaw. And I still say that. I am not sorry to say that, because, you know, driving to work, there's times I see kids running in front of the road, and I do slam on the brakes. I will pound on the horn and tell them to get the hell out of the way. The reason being, there's a lot of people that will not slam on the brakes. We've had several accidents, you know, last year. People don't care. You know, we've had a 21-year-old die. Was it this year or last year?
I think it was this year.
Okay, yeah, it was months ago, so it was either this year or last year. But yeah, she's dead. 21-year-old, not wearing a seatbelt, because one, she didn't care. Police didn't care. The alcohol in her blood system didn't care. That same week, 2 moms were pulled over by local law enforcement with their kids in the car. And these moms were drunk, driving downtown. One of them actually caused like thousands of dollars damage to businesses and other cars. And once again, they didn't care. They didn't care about themselves. They didn't care about their babies in the car. If you're acting like a rude asshole, chances are people are going to treat you like a rude asshole. And someone like me who's going to put their foot down and say, get the hell out of the way. Or, you know, there was a time, Arktik said earlier, and then we were having a conversation, the parent flat out said, look, you're being a little dumbass, get your ass out of the way of the road. And yes, he did kind of have a southern accent. That's just kind of where we live, even though we don't live in the South. Just the way it is. And it's one of the reasons why we're trying to leave, that we're trying to pay bills, and we're trying to go somewhere friendlier that actually treats people like people. Once again, like, as a human being, I can say, yeah, I've screwed up. I've made mistakes. You know, I've cut ties with people. I blatantly just, you know, I'm like, oh, I don't have the patience for this. Someone like ProJared, who has made mistakes, you know, and has blatantly come into light with them. I mean, that's got to be a super embarrassing thing to do. I don't think it's right to antagonize him. I don't think it's right to bully him or demand things from him, because honestly, he doesn't owe you anything. And, you know, if this has gone on for months and the cops haven't busted in for child pornography, who the hell are you to do it? Once again, my dad was hunted by the DA for having sex with a minor. He got her pregnant. He went to jail. He got out because he was a rat. He died a lonely, bitter man just a few years ago who never made peace with his family. Ironically, he hated my mom. Ever since he got out of jail, he hated my mom. And I still remember one of the days he brought that 17-year-old to our house. I was playing Medal of Honor, and he was giving her a tour. And she asked, well, who sleeps in there? And my dad says, that's my crazy bitch Jew of an ex-wife's room. And I looked at him, I'm like, you mean mom? What the hell are you talking about? And he's just like, go to your room. And so for me, I'm like, I've kind of seen how law enforcement and district attorneys, they treat that sort of thing. I'm not an expert in it. All I'm saying is, if ProJared was guilty of such things, I'm pretty sure the authorities would be pounding down his door and sending him, getting him out, you know.
And we both know what it is like to have people, I don't think lie is the right word, but we know what it's like to have people pretty much try to stir up trouble with us.
Antagonize us. Like I said, I mean,
I know it's not exactly the same thing, but at my previous jobs, I know what it's like to have someone talk about me behind my back.
They were bullying you at your previous job. That's all that was.
Well, the very last job that I had before I have right now, I was actually very lucky. I had some co-workers that actually stood up for me.
Like I said, that's just stupid bullying. And you and I have had talks about that. We've even gotten in arguments about that, which is why I suggested you get out of that job. I'm not even talking about talking behind your back. I'm talking about insinuations, accusations.
Well, that's what I was trying to go for. I mean,
but you never really had to deal with jail problems or child pornography problem or crap like that. Child abuse problem. We don't have kids. We can't.
I get that. I get that. I'm just saying that I do know what it's like to have someone try to stir up trouble. But
I would say this is a bigger problem on his end. Not that I'm trying to argue with you, but that's his livelihood. And I mean, for us, yeah, we do our full-time jobs, which, I'm not gonna lie, all jobs suck. All jobs suck. There's days you just don't want to do it. But you know, the fact that he couldn't do anything for like 4 months, you know, I can't even fathom what that is, because he is an online celebrity. And I mean, I don't mean to belittle online celebrities, but I don't think they have that same like status as, like, let's say Michael Jackson, or not O.J. Simpson. What was the other guy? Yeah, no, I'm just Michael Jackson. You know, Michael Jackson did some things, and he was in the spotlight for the drama. The drama just went to nothing, and everyone condemned Jared, and you know, like, I kind of know what it feels like to be ostracized and condemned. Like I said, certain people I look up to, or looked up to, had fun playing with, you know, like, just out of nowhere. It's almost like, is it bipolar disorder? It was like everything's fine 1 minute, and then bam, it just flips on you, and it's like, what the, you know. So, but in his case, I'd say it's like 100 times worse. I'm not trying to belittle you because of your job. I was trying to get you out of your job and get you someplace better.
Well, that, but also because since we're both trying to move out of state, where I am right now does actually pay more, so it would have helped us, but that's beside the point.
Sorry, I wanted to check how long it's been recording. It's not even about trying to move out of state. Yes, we have problems here. We are trying to move out of state. But I've always said, peace of mind I never say it like this, to be honest, but you know, peace of mind, peace of soul, this is means more than money. And there's more to life than money. That one I've always said, you know. The stuff, you know, we have Sega Genesis, we have Super Nintendo, all this stuff costs money, but it's stuff we enjoy. Stuff we enjoy playing and whatnot. And, you know, if it's worth the money, then it's worth the money. But, you know, if you enjoy your job, then it really doesn't matter if you're not making money or not, because all this is just stuff.
Well, yeah.
And I honestly believe, yeah, we could have moved out of state if we kept our job, if you kept your job, but you were not in a good place. Mentally, you were not in a good place emotionally. There were coworkers giving you a hard time. You know, and the stuff we deal with, I mean, it's petty stuff. Like I said, that kid threatened to have our YouTube shut down for threatening him.
Yeah, that one, I was really getting tired of all the personal attacks against Mad Wolf. So I did a video.
May I say something really quick? Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Okay.
Yeah, all those personal attacks made me really happy to try to defend this country 10 years ago in the Navy, which I was discharged for. Erroneous entry discharge. But, yeah, these stupid attacks by kids, and I'm like, I should have been flying this F-22 by now. Proud to be an American.
But yeah, so I was trying to stop all this. I mean, I know that's kind of impossible, but I figured, you know, give it a shot. And I essentially did a video saying, look, we're all human beings, we're all adults, let's just try to put all this behind us. Let's stop these rumors. Let's just stop this. And
the Overwatch Danny player basically was just attacking her husband.
Yeah, and sure enough, Danny pretty much, even though she praised me for standing by my man, she pretty much was telling me I should know what Mad Wolf is like. I know what he did, and I need to understand that he's a bad person. It's like, I was sitting right here when the whole thing was going on. He did not do this. He did not threaten a minor, and you're pretty much telling me I'm too stupid to understand any of this. And
yeah.
She just pretty much kept attacking me and saying I need to understand that Mad Wolf is guilty of this. And it's like, no, he didn't do anything wrong.
My main thing, and like going back to that event, like I said, I tried to just wash my hands of it. That wound up being a really bad time. It wasn't like I turned into a massive alcoholic, though it was around St. Patty's. Sorry, that was a bad attempt at a joke. I'm trying to lighten the mood, but honestly, it was around St. Patty's. Like I said, I lost someone that I felt was like an art mentor to me, Madeline Inc. Her moderator, Cal Says Wolf, was attacking Arktik and I every time we were in stream. I did not enjoy it, to the point where I'm like, fine, fuck you people. I'm only here to talk to Madeline. I'm here to watch her stream. To hell with you people.
Yeah, I was asking an innocent question, like, how do you get that to blend so well? And
he basically posted this comment that was like a paragraph long and did not work on the paint program Arktik and I use. So, I wound up chiming in saying that doesn't work in Paint Shop, and he even argued with me. So, which he doesn't use Paint Shop. So,
but all I did was ask a very innocent question, and
he basically took charge of her stream. And I'm not trying to interrupt you, but you kind of interrupted me just a second ago.
Thought you were done.
No. But yeah, he had weird issues with Arktik and I, and it was like a month later that he's just like, look, you keep talking about your stream every 5 minutes. That's the first community I've ever been in that does not like interconnect everyone's activities. Because like when I was part of Die Hard Wolfers, which I went back to doing, people want to hear about your projects. People want to hear what you're doing. People want to see your artwork. People want to see each other's coding thing, because you're all part of the community. You put it all in a pot and you guys can create something so good with it. Twitch isn't like that. Twitch is, you're there to watch the person, you're there to pay the person, and there's people that will blatantly ignore you in chat. There's people that will blatantly ignore you, ignore clips, and you know, a lot of those streamers, I'm just like, this is stupid. I will admit that, one, I did talk a lot about our streams because I didn't think anything of it. We were just starting on Twitch, didn't think anything of it, and here's the funny thing, no one explained otherwise. Oh, well, this is common knowledge. Not if you just joined Twitch like 2 weeks ago and no one opened their mouths. So we don't even know if we did anything wrong. And furthermore, he also had an issue every time I tagged Madeline in a message. Reason being, because I didn't want to talk to him. I did not want to talk to anybody else in chat. I didn't know those people. I wasn't there for them. I also don't like stupid people that run in front of cars. So I don't want to deal with stupid people that want to act like high school clique people. I was there for the artist, and I made that clear. I was there to support her, and we were attacked for it. Like I said, about a month later, I started getting a flood of private messages from him. This is after the Danny thing, the YouTube thing, and you know, I did a Twitch stream tonight of art, but yeah, because of that whole experience, and I tried to go back to the art community and support people, it keeps going back to that one artist too. And I even put my foot down there, and I'm like, I don't want to see this, because this person treated my wife and I like crap, and I don't want to be here. It's very unwelcoming. So I'm like, why are you telling me this? Because you're a human being and you deserve to know why I'm walking away. It makes things very uncomfortable. And I wasn't trying to make this about Arktik and I. But just my whole point is, I've seen how people can use the internet, use their Twitch streams, use their social media as like power, and you know, all it is information. You know, it's like Metal Gear Solid 2. We're gonna shut down information and the people will just freak out. And it's like, for me, I'm like, no, people should be treated as people, not as little bits of information. In the case of ProJared, like I said, he's gotten hit hard, and we liked his videos. He was a fun guy. We never had anything forced on us. Granted, we never asked for it to be forced on us. But I mean, I've even posted comments on him before saying stuff, and I don't even, it's not sexual stuff. It's like, hey, have you played this? Or, I never get replies to comments. The only time I got a reply for a comment, this goes back to kind of harassment. It's not harassment, but it made me basically be like, okay, step the shit off. Was Pushing Up Roses, a YouTuber, and I was commenting on her videos, and I came across her through Classic Game Room. And the first time I did something on Classic Game Room, not as a cameo, but Classic Game Room and Pushing Up Roses were playing this Mary-Kate and Ashley game. He said some name. She made this joke like, who the hell is this person? It's my arch nemesis. If someone could draw this, I drew it. I didn't get a single reply. I didn't get any love, any respect, any nothing. I got jack shit. So, just moving on, I'm like, whatever. And Pushing Up Roses watched a video about some 80s cartoon gnome thing, and she's in the video. Why did
the gnome?
Whatever, it's some stupid 80s cartoon. I don't care. But she's like, why does this even happen in her video? Now, if you read my comments, I'm usually like, well, you know, maybe if we analyze this, which I try to be analytical with stuff, she argued with it, saying how that's not how it is. And it's like, if you don't want to hear a valid answer, don't ask a fucking question. Period. Just, you know. I don't get that. I don't get the communication. I don't get that's how people treat people. They want to shut it down. And I feel for ProJared. You know, once again, he made mistakes. This is what it all comes down to. He's made mistakes. He's come clean about his mistakes. He's made clear, I didn't want this. You know, like, I trying to be fair and stuff. And it hit him hard. Because it's hit him hard, now he's picking himself up. And people are helping him. I've noticed, 30,000 dislikes on his video, which, holy crap, that's a lot compared to, I don't know, I think the most amount of dislikes I got was like 10 or 15 or something. And that was on your video when you're trying to tell people, calm the shit down, which that's not how Arktik talks. Arktik doesn't swear. Yes, I am aware that she heard that completely. I've encouraged her. But, yeah, no, that video I think has the most dislikes. And at that time, I was actually getting a lot of them. Mostly from those same children who want to act like children, and they want to play Friday the 13th, which is a game where you are either killing people or trying to survive against someone trying to kill you. And for me, I'm like, you don't do that. You don't try to act mature when then you want to act like dumbass children. And you can be an intelligent children. I'm not saying you can't be an intelligent children. If you're running into traffic, you're a dumbass child. Your parents should be watching you and maybe even have you on a leash. I've seen that kind of thing going on around here too. If you're gonna provoke fights with people, you're a dumbass. I mean, you provoke fights, fights are gonna happen. When people realize they make mistakes and they're like, I'm just trying to get going, I don't know, you can judge them all you want. I'm not going to. It's sad. There's more to life than that, and I think there's more to being a human being than judging other people. And then again, I keep getting into stuff about, hey, this is stuff that happened to me, and no one cares. So I'm like, if you don't care about me, I don't care about you. I don't know. I guess that's what it comes down to, is mutual respect. Treat people as people. I say it all the time, but I just feel redundant. So, Arktik, do you have anything else you want to say?
Not that I can think of.
In that case, I need to turn that cooler back on because I'm starting to get sweaty. So, yeah, I'm going to call it a night there. And I realized this has just not been a very fun video, and I have specifically named names. But when I get into talks like this, I can't speak for Arktik, but when I get into talks like this, my first thing is I hope people can learn from it. You know, I don't think people can. I don't think people look at me as someone who, oh, he has something valuable he can say, or he has something valuable to teach. No, I mean, I've done all sorts of things. Experimented different things, learned things with game design, with writing, with interacting with people. You know, everyone has something that they can teach people. And in this case, I just really just hope people can learn to just treat people as fellow people. Not, oh, well, you need to play this game, or, oh, this is how you need to act in my Twitch stream, or, oh, you need to send me this so I can actually chew you out. And just, I'm like, people need to learn to stop being so damn vindictive, because we're not here on this planet for very long. You know, should make the best of it, especially with the internet, especially with gaming, people watching YouTube. Have fun, you know, treat, I don't know, hating, it's the dumbest thing. I got none. I really got none. So, anyway, it's for that reason why I always say, have a good night. Or don't. Just be you. Whatever it is, be the best you can be. And as I always tell people, stay awesome. I never tell people to be rude assholes. Don't be a rude asshole.